All right, that's it. So I have only 2 questions. Congratulations, Kiều Phương. You make it to the top. All right, so it works just the same way as other game-based web. Okay, so you now can have some more information about the advantages of working for a company or working for yourself. You can read through the PDF file. This is also a very nice way to use Nearport when you can add different kinds of content directly there. For example, you can add slideshow, you can add Nearport 3D, you can add like PHET simulations, especially for those who are teaching science. Then you can definitely check it out, or you can like add audio or sway, so different kinds of medias. For free accounts, there's some limited access to like virtual field trips, for example, but you can also use some like ready-made lessons on Nearport if you want to check it out. Okay, so you can see that there are certain advantages for working for a company or for yourself. And when you can answer your questions, what do you want to work for, then you will know what exactly do you need to prepare. For example, if you work for a company, then you don't need to care about like students recruitment. You can just like, they will provide students for you. They maybe will prepare like lesson plans. They also provide you with the training on the platform that you should use, or even they will train your students how to use that platform. So you will just like need to spend more time on like creating more activities to keep your students engaged, for example. So that's why you really need to know your learning, your teaching context. Okay, let's move on to the equipment you may need to start teaching online. You are going to watch a video, and there's some equipments and tools I mentioned there. For those who already joined me on Nearport, please watch the video on your device. For those who cannot make it here, you can watch the video here. So you can see this slide contains video. We can like play it on all devices. Yeah, so that the students. Oops, sorry. Sorry. Wait a minute. Okay. So please take notes, the equipments and tools that you can hear in the video, and then you have to answer the quiz there. Can you hear the sound on my video? Can you all hear the sound?
Yes, you can play for some seconds. So let us check.
So let's now, please click to share your system audio.
Okay.
Okay, I can hear.
The 3 dots. The 3 dots, and then share your computer.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Let's try it again. Can you hear the sound now?
Yes.
All right, good. Okay, so please take some notes on the equipments or tools that you can hear in the video. So yeah, these are the suggestions from the teachers in the video. And get ready to answer the quiz after watching this video.
Lindsay, let's talk about what you need to get started.
Yep, so you need a laptop or a computer with a webcam, and you need a good headset like this with obviously earphones and the microphones.
The microphone's important, I think.
It is, yes, so your learners can hear you clearly, and hopefully they have one so you can hear them clearly.
Fine.
And of course you need a good stable internet connection.
Okay, and then you need a platform.
You do, yes, so the platform is the program that you use to be able to see and hear your learner and for them to be able to see and hear you.
Like Skype or something
exactly,
like that.
yes.
Okay.
And if you work for a company, then they're probably going to provide the platform for you. But if you're self-employed, then you're going to need to find one yourself.
If you're going to teach online, the first thing you need to think about is what platform, because the crucial elements of any online lesson are the teacher, the student, and a way to see them and hear them. Those are the basics. So you need some video conferencing software.
So what other tools and resources could we use?
Well, I have a very untechy whiteboard for teachers. They can, while you're teaching, you can write on the board or you can stick pictures on the board.
A lot of people talk about having lots and lots of props. I honestly rely on a really small whiteboard and my face and my hands for almost everything.
The one I go back to almost every lesson is a virtual whiteboard. It works just like a real whiteboard. And some of the better ones you can share, so you're both looking at it at the same time, and you can both contribute to the whiteboard as well. As I can write something, then I can get the learner then to also write on it. In a similar way, you can also put texts onto the virtual whiteboards and get them to pick things out of it. And so that's the tool I'd probably go to more often than any other.
You can use props around your house. You can have things behind you like a map or pictures of relevant sports.
Also, another untechy resources are puppets, especially if you're teaching kids. Very simple to make, and puppets introduce extra characters into the classroom, into your virtual classroom, and kids respond very well to that.
Okay.
All right. So please answer the questions here on the quiz. All right. So just take on the equipment or tools that you could hear in the video. You see. So you can see like with the reference media, you can add reference media in like almost all the activities on Nearport. So you can design like teaching, listening activity. So students can watch the video or listen to the audio, and they can like answer the questions in the quiz. And it's very nice because students can watch the video on their own device. It means like if they can hear one part of the video, they can replay it many times until they can get it. While, if we can just play the video on one device of the teachers, then if like everyone, if some of them can get it, but most of them can't, then it would be like a bit, it would take more time for you to like replay the video over and over again. So use quiz and also media reference for like reference media for like designing different kind of activities, maybe for listening activities. Okay. And also quiz here, like for grammar or quiz or like kind of review, whatever you want. So you just need to know this feature and again reflect on your own teaching context. Okay, so you can see here, we can very quickly see the students with like the correct answers, or they got some wrong here with the red dot here. You can see for 5, so the 5 students got all the options correct, and 80 incorrect answers, and 15 students didn't give any answers. So you can easily see who didn't answer your questions here. Okay, very clearly and easily to control, right? So you can see like in the previous videos, they already mentioned like equipment and tools. There's some very techy tools, some are not. But you have to think about your own teaching context. For example, if you teach young learners puppets, maybe the things that you need, it can be of great help. But for like adults or university students, maybe you don't need it. So those are just suggestions, and you will be the one to decide which one you need, which one are the must, and which one are not. And now let's take a look at some digital tools. Okay. I do believe that you have already used some digital tools like Quizlet or like quizzes, or like what else, Kahoot, kind of that. So please share your favorite digital tools now and ways to use them to make digital lessons more successful. Okay. Please join me on Padlet, and you see that on your own device. And you can see that I already divided the steps and activities into columns here. So please share your favorite tools, digital tools. Like for example, checking attendance, what tool you can use for checking attendance. Please use the title for the name of the tool, and also the comment here for the ways to use it. Okay, please click on, yeah, you can see, you can read the answers from your students right away, and everything like in a very nice organization. Okay, let's see. For those who cannot make it to Nearport, please leave your comments. Could you please add the ways you use it? You use each tool so that your colleagues can learn something from you too, and I can learn from you as well. Okay, so you can see like just in a few minutes we can collect our students' opinion, right? Very quickly, and you can easily see their ideas here, and like you can know what tools you can use to check attendance, or what tools you can use to warm up right here. So if you have some more time, please ask the ways to use each tool here. You can see like, okay, we can use VietTESOL, Google Classroom, call out students' name. It's okay to use some traditional ways. You don't have to go like, what can I say, like go technology, like quickly or right away. We can learn step by step. So we might can learn some quicker way to do this steps, each of these steps in your lessons. ClassDojo. Can you add how we can use ClassDojo to check attendance? Warm up, we can use Menti, Kahoot, quizzes, Menti again, Slido, or share link on YouTube. Is that like, maybe you can share links on YouTube, like link to kind of some music or like videos, so that your students can have some warm up, like physical activity. Okay, or quizzes live at the class, practice for homework, Kahoot, quizzes. So yeah, you can see like some very common answers here. And listening activities, we can use So Creative, Quizlet, Clickers, kind of that. Okay. So, or Zoom, speaking activities, you can use Zoom, or face-to-face conversation, or even breakout rooms. Okay, or Flipgrid, yeah, I love Flipgrid. Breakout rooms in Zoom, very nice. Reading activities. So you can see some suggestions here. Assessment, we can use forms, right? Review, Kahoot quizzes. So here, okay, so you can see within a few minutes, you can easily collect your students' ideas. How you can use Padlet in your own lessons. You can use it for like group discussion, right? Or just like quickly, or I know that some teachers also use it for collecting students' homework, because this can accept like different kinds of documents, or like even media from like audio, video, or picture, kind of that. Okay. So we have already gone through several parts of the teaching context and also equipment. Let's move on to the last point here to get ready for your online teaching journey. That is, we need to know what skills do you need to to teach English online. So basically, the principles of teaching and learning remain the same. Teaching online does require some new skills, as well as the adaptation of existing skills to suit the digital environment. Okay, so you are going to have a few minutes to look through this way. You can watch the video there on your device, and also have some comparisons between the skills that you may need when teaching online or when you teach face to face. Okay, so try to read through this way and then get ready to share your ideas about the key skills that teachers need to have to start teaching online. Okay, I will give you a few minutes while waiting for your answers. I'm going to take a look at the conversation box here. Please look through. I will give you 2 more minutes and get ready to share your ideas with the others. Okay. For those who cannot join me on your pod, please look through it here. We have communication skills. It might be different between the two contexts, right? Online teaching, face-to-face teaching. We need to have time management skills. We need to have organizational skills, right? How to organize your resources. You might think about using some learning management system as well to organize your online teaching. Computer skills, I think this is a must. But you don't have to like really good at using technology. It should come from your objectives and from your content, your lessons content, and also from the pedagogy that you would like to use. Then you will see what technology, what tools that you need to dig deeper. Okay, assessing students, social media. Okay, so you can see like some similarities, right? Now, you ready to share your ideas now? Okay, so in the next part, Sway, I would like to spend a few more seconds to talk about Sway. Sway is a very I call it like magical tool because it's very easy to use, and you can use it for flipped learning as well. You can add anything there. You can embed anything there, and you can just like send the link to your students for them to learn like lower what can I say, like lower order thinking at home. And then when we meet up with our students, we can spend more time discussing or like planning some projects or like deal with a higher order thinking in class. So Sway, do check it out. Okay, so now let's come to another kind of question here, another kind of activity here on Flipgrid, that is open-ended questions. And for this kind of questions, you also can like add the reference media, right? And you can easily see who submit the answers, who didn't. You can like correct your students' answers by using the feature annotate on Zoom, for example, or you can use edit here to like correct your students' work. So you can definitely use it for writing activities very easily. So please share your ideas here. What key skills and techniques do online teachers need to employ when teaching online? I would love to hear your opinion. How can I see participants' comment? Chat? No.
Excuse me, Miss Ngọc, there is one question here. What is called Sway? SWAY? Can you help me explain?
Sway is a tool in Office 365 by Microsoft. It is a tool. It works similar to PowerPoint, but actually you can add and embed like more. I think like it was better than PowerPoint because everything is just like online, and you can just send it to your students, and you can design some interactive activities there, and students can refer to it as a kind of some, what can I say, like pre-class activity, or you can use it for learning. It's quite easy to use. I do believe that when you go to sway.com, if I'm not mistaken, then you can see how to use it. You can create a Sway uploading based on one ready-made PowerPoint or PDF file. So in just a few seconds, it can turn it into a very beautiful presentation, and you can adjust it. So
thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, Minh Ngọc. Can you see some question in the chat box? Some participants have some question for you.
Let me check. I cannot. Here. Community Sway office. Thank you, chị Hà. All right, what's called Sway?
Yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll support you. If there is some question, maybe I will, talk. Yeah, I will tell you.
Okay, thanks. How to give my answer when watching online? Since in English, watching video. I hope that you know how to give your answers when watching the video. So you have to watch the video first, and then when you're close the window, then you can see where to give your answers. Yeah, wait, Đoàn, sorry for that. Because I'm using free accounts, so just only 40 students, but I think it works well for most of our English classes, right? Because 40 is quite a lot for an English class. So if you want to enjoy more, to like include more participants, then you may need to pay some money. It's just like, I think just $120 a month. So it's quite reasonable. If you really like Nearport and you want to experience more, then yeah, it's just like $10 a month. It's worth it. I believe that. But for me, for now, my class is like small size, so I don't need I don't really need that. Nearport, right? Yeah, Nearport. Yeah, thank you, Ha, for explaining that. My school manages by Zalo group, so I use poll choice in Zalo for registering. Okay. I think it's totally up to you to choose. I mean, if you work for yourself, then the things but everything is in your hand, right? You can decide what you want to use, as long as it works perfectly, it works effectively in your lessons. But if you work for someone, and normally we have to follow their arrangements, but sometimes if you think this is very good tool, this is a very good tool, and you want to to persuade your leaders to change, and you think that changes your students worth that, then just try to persuade your leaders to change, make a change. I do recommend Nearport. I enjoyed it a lot. My students enjoyed it, and they told me oh, things was really smoothly than before when I have to use different tools. Google Form, right? Kahoot, Classdojo, Zoom. Thanks everyone. How to answer the survey? Survey? Which survey? I'm not sure what survey you're talking about. Sorry, everyone. It takes me some time to read through the questions here. Yes, students' email, phone numbers. Tasia, Tasia, it's the first time I heard about that. Would you please take a moment to share about Tasia? What tool is that? Chị Tuyết?
All right. Tasia is like just a game. Do you know something like puzzles that you can make the question and the answer together, and students have to make like they have lots of shapes to do. Maybe in this way is the question, and the students have to find the answer to stick it together. And
Like matching, pair matching. You mean pair matching?
Yeah, of course.
So it's a kind of a game-based, right? Game-based web, kind of that. I can see. Oops. Google form for review. That students' awareness is vital. Agree, Kiên Bùi. Yeah, totally agree with you. But once they see like they can get some benefits from the activities, that's why I think like it's necessary for you all to like always refer back to to set clear objectives and learning goals right from the beginning of the lessons. And for every activity, you need to refer back to the goals and explain why students need to do that activity. So somehow it can, help them, can keep them more engaged.
Excuse me, Miss Ngọc. There are some questions for you in the chat box.
Okay,
yeah. The first question is, can we use Nearport in our mobile phone? And the second question is, can you explain how to make a game in Nearport? And the next question is, did you explain how to use Nearport at the beginning of our webinar?
Okay, thank you for those questions. For the first question, Nearport does work perfectly on smartphone and laptop, okay, any digital devices. I didn't explain how to design things. I will show you very quickly if you're interested after this lesson. And I do believe that because we all are English teachers, and I would just show you the starting point. And when you are inspired enough, then you will explore the rest yourself. Because based on my own experience sharing and training teachers to use ICT in the teaching, even when I show them how to do things, but they don't really put it into practice and use it and do it day by day, then they will not get any skills at all. I will explain it a bit later. Okay. Did I answer all of the three questions?
Yeah, all of them. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, thank you, Kyun Bul. Yeah, very nice ideas. It's an exchange of ideas where both participants in version art form active and can have an effect on another. Yeah, if we think like lessons or any kind of webinars or like workshops, is like just like a platform for us all to exchange ideas and learn from each other, then things will get very easy. All right. Right, thank you, Tu, for sharing the idea of conducting some activities like mesh pairs of students to discuss with each other during Zoom processing. All right, thank you, everyone. Now getting back to the questions here, key skills and techniques online teachers need. Okay, let's see some of the ideas here. Communication skills, time management skills, assessment, evaluation skills. Agree. But like when it comes to teaching online teaching context, then it would be a bit different from those that you often use in your offline teaching, right? Teaching students to apply the concept, communication skills, technology skills, right? All right, we can see a lot of ideas here, communication skills time, okay? And if you want to, like to correct your students' work, you can use what can you use to correct your students' work while teaching online? For example, just imagine that this is a writing activity and your students already give the answers, right? So we can easily use annotate, right? Annotate on in Zoom, or even if you are using like Microsoft Edge here, Windows 10, then you can use like EndNote or edit here so that you can suggest some ways to improve the writing directly on the screen. Needs communication skills online, right? Mark, could you please explain more? Mark, could you explain more? What do you mean by so that they can make up for the lack of face-to-face interaction? Are you there, Mark?
Yeah, I'm here.
Please share.
Yeah, what I meant basically is that when we are teaching online, since we are behind the screen, I guess we'll have to be more expressive, use our facial expressions to the maximum so that we can keep our students focused and follow us to the end of our lesson. So we can make up for that energy that is created in the classroom, which for sure lacks during the online class. That's what I meant.
Yeah, agree. Totally agree. Thanks for sharing. I do believe that facial expressions, gestures, and your voice will help a lot. For sure that you need those of things when teaching offline, but when it goes online, then you will need like a little bit more, right? Because students just like look at your face, so they can get the energy from you. So you will be the source of energy for them all to keep them engaged and like interact throughout the lesson, right? Thank you. All right. So what else? What else do you need? What else do we need to start teaching online? I think like the key point here is to get out of your comfort zone. If you have never thought about that, but now it's something that you have to do, then you have no choice. But if it's something that you've been always thinking about, but you haven't had the chance to do it now, please. I think like for sure teachers will be struggling at first, especially for those who haven't in contact with technology, like what do we call them, like technophobe. They are afraid of using technology, but you have to show your students that you are still learning, and there's certain things that teachers don't know. It's totally fine. Trials and errors are the crucial part of any learning process. And we teachers always tell our students, don't be afraid of making mistakes, right? Don't be afraid of being judged. If I'm afraid of being judged, I would not be here today sharing with you all. I think it's totally fine to make mistakes. And sharing is learning. After every time I share with teachers, I learn something from you too. So what's the point if telling our students, don't be afraid of mistakes, but you are the one who is afraid of mistakes. So trying something new, like teaching online, is a thing that can inspire your students to try something that they have never done before. So they can get out of your comfort zone too. So that's what I always tell myself, doing something new every single day, make some effort. And I hope that it can inspire my students to try a little bit harder. Okay. So here are some tips for creating effective online lessons. You will fill in the blanks activity. This is also an activity on Nearport. Okay, so you can work it on your own device now. Oops. Because fill in the blanks is a feature for gold membership. It doesn't work perfectly for free accounts. But anyway, for those who already joined Nearport, you can see that on your own device, you still do this activity. But you can see here on the screen, all the answers are there already. So somehow, I think you can still make use of this activity because your students work on their own devices, right? So students just drag, and drag, and drop, and they can do some kind of activities like vocabulary activities or even grammar there. Okay, so you can make full use of the blanks, but remember for free accounts, the answers will be on the teacher's screen right away when you click on that slide. But for students, they can still interact on their own device. Okay, so these are some tips from the course Teaching English Online on Future Learn. Do check it out; it's really helpful. Okay, so these are some advice, some pieces of advice. Outline objectives and expectations, as I said earlier, is very crucial to set clear objectives and expectations, and make sure to use variety of different materials and activities, like what I've been doing here. Check that technology works. That's certainly a must, because if technology doesn't work, we cannot do anything. Understand your platform. For example, if you need to know the function of each feature on your platform so that you can know when to use it. For example, if you want to put your students into pairs or groups for discussion, you need to use maybe breakout rooms on Zoom, okay? Or if you want to check or correct your students' work, you need to go to annotate function. So Miss Hiền Hồ will show you some features and functions of some common features and functions of platforms later. Run an orientation session before you start teaching. You need to give your students and yourself a chance to familiarize with how class works, how technology works, so that you can be more confident when when it comes to your first lesson. And encourage learner-to-learner collaboration by using the maybe Padlet, right? They can collaborate on in written form or on spoken form in breakout rooms. Okay, some more tips. You have to encourage them to reflect on what they have learned and give feedback so that you can improve the lessons day by day, and give them a choice. Remember that, give them a choice. For example, sorry, I forgot to mention that when you deal with the open-ended questions, I already turned on the audio file accept. I will accept both written form and spoken form for each question, so that you can check if students more willing to share their voice, then they will click on the audio. But if they are not, then just write out the answers. So give them a choice, or give them a choice on the task. Like they can choose whether they use they do speaking activities like on Flipgrid. So this is a very nice feature of Nearport, because you can add, you can link to different platforms as well. Flipgrid is a video exchanging platform. So to check it out, it helped me a lot with my my speaking, my teaching of speaking skills. Okay, so students can choose whether they want to do this kind of activity, or They can do it in written form by using forms as well, right? So it can be Google Forms, it can be Microsoft Forms, whatever you like. But remember that you can add a web content here. Or just do a very quick vote, very quick poll on Nearport right here. So you have been experienced different features of Nearport already. Which feature do you think you will use the most? Like add activity, time to climb, open-ended questions, poll, or what else? Like quiz, right? Fill in the blanks. Those are activities. Or add web contents like Padlet or some like ready-made web content, not like interactive platform like Padlet or Forms, or add content like slide or PDF files or Nearport 3D or simulations, or like audio sway. So which one do you think you will use the most? Could you please vote there? So you can see like it will be right there. For sure, there's some other tools that can help you with this activity. Ms. Yano will introduce one of them for you later. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ngọc, for your sharing. Thank you, Miss Ngọc, for your sharing. And yeah, maybe Miss Ngọc, maybe there's some question for you. Maybe I will send you to your email. Right? Is it okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your sharing. And everyone, please rename your account. Please rename your ID, because if you want to receive our e-certificate, or you know that we have a lucky draw at the end of our webinar, so please use your real name, please, before we move on to the second part of our webinar today with Ms. Hiền Hồ.
Thank you. Just very quick message to you all. If you find it useful, do go to nearport.com, sign up, and you can see like create a lesson in Nearport here. Very quickly, you can explore all the features there by yourself. You see, when you click on add slide, you can see there are 3 options for you to choose: add content, add web content, or add activity right here. So you can choose the thing that you want to add activity here. Right, so very easy to use. So go check it out. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Ngọc. Thank you. And now please welcome Ms. Hiền Hồ to our second part of our webinar today.
Thank you, Miss Ngọc.
Thanks.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, I see your screen.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. I believe you had great time with Miss Ngọc to experience Nearport, which is known as all-in-one tool for online teaching. In the next part of the webinar today, you will have a close look at individual tools to make your online classes more interactive. And so have you ever had a question that, oh, there are so many tools, so which one should I choose? Which one should I use for this activity? Okay, so here are some tips before we get started. So before selecting a tool, you, the teacher, need to figure out your goals. What do you need your teachers to do in this activity? Whether you want them to brainstorm, or whether you want to check the previous lessons. Okay, so you have to figure out your goals first. And then you need to research your students' background. Have they used this tool before? So if yes, that would be perfect. If no, you may spend some time guiding them using this at the beginning. And then, so for one goal, you may have different choices. right, so my advice is select your favorite tool. Okay, and finally, let's consider time limitation. How long you expect the activity to last? All right. So in order to answer the first, in order to figure out our goals first, let's experience with me the first tool. Now, if you want if you want a tool for student, if you want a tool to warm up your class, or if you want to review vocabulary, or if you want to make a test, or even if you want to check previous lesson, I will suggest gimkit.com. Okay, now everybody please go to gimkit.com/play and join me with the first activity today. I will switch to the next screen. Right. So this is the Gimkit. You see my Gimkit screen. So let's go to gimkit.com/play and then enter this code to join me in this game. So when you are experiencing this tool, you have a chance to answer the questions about the common platform for online teaching nowadays. Can you go to gimkit.com now, everyone?
Yes, I'm going to.
Yeah, so could somebody can copy and paste the link to the chat box so that everyone can join this this quick activity. So remember that the questions in this game will be about some facts of the most common platforms for teaching nowadays. So based on your previous knowledge, select the best answer. So when waiting for participants to join, I want to talk something about gimkit.com. I suppose you have used Kahoot or or Quizlet a lot, right? However, the limitation of Kahoot is you can only see top 5 students. So what about the other 30 students? They may lose motivation to continue playing, okay? And we cannot see their names. So that how can we motivate them? All right, so Gimkit is compared as the combination of Kahoot and Quizlet Live. All right, so simply go to gimkit.com and then sign up for a free account. All right, so you can click here to create your new kit. However, remember that for a free account, you can create 5 kits only. So what if you want to create more than 5? For example, for coronavirus, the lesson is over. So please click here for archive and delete it. And then you can create more. You can even search for kits here, and then you can copy and edit from the available kits. All right, so we have 50 players now. Should I wait for some more players or should we start now?
I think we should start now.
Okay, let's get started. So everybody look at your screen. So for others who couldn't join the game, you can see here is the screen of the teacher. You can see how fast your students are going. Okay, so here is the league board. You can look at this and then you can scroll down to see how fast and how engaged your students are. If someone is going too slowly, you can motivate them. Okay. So the questions you can design in gimkit.com will be multiple choice. So for some quick test, you can use it at the beginning of the lesson to motivate students and to check their understanding of the previous lesson. And then from that, you can have some edits. You can have some modification of your, teaching. Okay. So if you set the time for this game is 3.5 minutes, so you can click here to stop the game, end the game. So when the game is ended, you can see the top 3 best students, and here are the rest students' results. Okay, look at this. You can view report. So by clicking on view report, you can see which question students often make mistake. You can see here the name of the students, general overview. This is the question breakdown. So you can see the first question, how long does a free meeting on Teams last? So it's up to 4 hours. There are only 2 correct answers and a lot of incorrect answers. How many people can join a free meeting on Google Hangouts Meet? So it's up to 1,000, and there are only 7 correct answers. Okay, how many participants can join a free meeting on Teams? So up to 250. So you can see the result here. So a free meeting on Zoom can host up to 100 participants. Okay, so here are the very amazing functions of Zoom, except for assignment. So because the name of Zoom is Zoom conference or Zoom meeting, so assignment is not included. Next one, how long a free meeting on Zoom lasts? I bet you know. Okay, 36 correct answer. So it means Zoom is very popular for online teachers. Okay, which of the following features are included in Microsoft Teams? So all of these 4 features. So on Microsoft Teams, you can make video conferencing. You can create and assign assignments and grade them. You can also share screen, audio, video, and especially you can create class note for every student, and you can manage students' class note. Okay, so that is the first tool. If you have any suggestion of the teaching activity by using Gimkit, we can share in the later part. I will switch to my PowerPoint screen, and we will go to the next tool. If I am going too fast for you, you can slow me down. All right. So in the next tool, okay, before jumping to the next tool, I want to introduce the similar tools which can function the same as Gimkit, which is Kahoot, very popular, and especially there is promotion for upgrading Kahoot now. And then you can let students play Quizlet Live, okay, for reviewing vocabulary, and you can use quizzes. All right. So let's try a quizzes now, everyone. I bet quizzes is very popular with teacher nowadays, but I want to experience playing quizzes with me because we are going to discuss some features and functions of common platforms for online teaching. So I will host the game, and then you will play in individual. So in your class, please go to joinmyquiz.com, and this is the code. joinmyquiz.com, and this is the code. Join me and then type your the code and then enter your name. Okay, Miss Thu, you are the fastest. Okay, so you can let students play quizzes in individual. I think it is good for online teaching. However, when you teach face-to-face, you can also use game kit or quizzes for, group working. So you can select group mode so that students will collaborate to discuss and then answer the questions together. Okay, so before we get started playing this game, I want to notify you that the questions in this game will be about the features and the functions of the platforms for online teaching. So you will see the feature. Okay, so what is the function of that feature in online teaching? So I can see there are 47 players. So I believe we should get started now. So for other teachers, you can see how quizzes works, and you can think of some activities for your online classes, and then we can share later. Okay. So the strong point of quizzes is you can create as many quizzes as possible. There is no limitation. So just go to quizzes, okay? Quizzes.com. So when others are playing, okay, you can see the green color means they had correct answer, and the red one means they hit an incorrect answer. So students can, students are reviewing the lesson, but it looks like they are playing a game. So for little kids and for young adult students, they enjoy the game very much. And for teacher, it is very convenient for teachers to deliver this as a quick test. Okay, you can use it as a mini test, and later on you can see that we can export the results of the students, and we can even convert this lively game into a PDF version so that you can ask students to, do some activities in face-to-face class. All right, so time's up. So I will end the game. So end the game, nobody can continue. So here, when you hit end the game, you will see the top 3. Then you can have congratulations. So let's look at this. So we see the player names, like Mr. Book, the best player of today's game. So he answered 5 questions and he made 1 mistake. This mistake is interactive whiteboard. So we use interactive whiteboard to, okay. So by scrolling down, you can see students, and then when you see students' result, and when you hit review questions, so the questions will be here. Okay, so you can see the questions and how many players got correct answers, any of them made mistake. So from that, you can explain again the part that your students are not very clear. Like chatbot is a place where displays an error or explicit corrections, and then share screen. So it functions as sharing a table showing different word forms for students to complete. So later on, I will I will share with you some so that you can share with students. Student can complete online. Okay, the tick icon like raising hand or be quiet. So here is a place for you to use some non-verbal functions. Okay, right. Breakout rooms. So you can use it for students to do a speaking task in pairs or in groups. Right. Okay. So this is the reviewing. You click asset and then you can download results. All right. So how to use quizzes, I suppose it's not challenging for you. Just go to quizzes.com and then you can create a new quiz. When you create a new quiz, you can type the name, and then you can choose the subject and then hit next. So please have a look at this. You can create a new question or you can teleport. It means that you can upload. You can upload from, you can import from an available spreadsheet in your computer. You can make it as a quiz, in which the students' answer are graded. And then you can even edit the time for each question. So if it is very easy and short question, you can select 5 seconds. Okay. For others, you can change. All right. So when everything is done, you hit finish quiz. And then you can see my quizzes. You can see the quizzes here. All right. So if you are busy or you want to adapt someone else's quizzes, it is available. Like you want coronavirus, for example. A lot of new quizzes are updated every day. So just type the topic you want, and then there are a variety of available sheets for you. And then just click here if you want. And then if you want to edit, click here. Edit the questions, edit the time limitation to match your students. Okay. So let's click here for editing. This is the questions and the answers. And the green one is for correct option. You want to change the time, you can click here. Okay, when everything is done, hit finish quiz. And then the next step is play live. Play live means that what we have done, everyone plays the same. Okay, you want students to, you want to send links for students. So you can even use this for your face-to-face class. So that is all for the second tool. I will switch screen to the next tool. Actually, today I will share with you 4 contents, and we have gone through 2 of them.
Excuse me, Miss
The
Hiền.
next one is.
Excuse me, Miss Hiền. We have one question related to quizzes.
Yes.
Can I insert an audio file to the quizzes?
Yes. So please, when you click on create a question, so you can select the type, the audio. Okay. So the next one will be the next one. I see Mr. Kiên Bùi who asked about a tool for group collaboration. So this is what he needs. So when you want all students in your group to work at the same time, when you want to collect as many ideas as possible in 1 minute, okay, when you want students to work in groups, so 5 groups work at the same time to collaborate on one topic. Or if you want to collect your students' work or feedback, okay, you want students to make their online portfolio, or you want to make an icebreaker. So Padlet is my suggestion. Okay, in previous part, Miss Ngọc inserted Padlet in Nearport, and let's have a closer look at how Padlet works. Please join me. I will send you the link in the chat box. So the link here. So in this activity, I want all of you, the teachers here, to go somewhere, Google or YouTube, to search the tutorials, the videos, the articles of tutorials of tips on how to use the 3 platforms. And then click the plus symbol, type your name, and then insert the link here. Okay, so paste the link you have found here. You can take a picture. You can upload a file. Right, so let's go somewhere like Google, YouTube to find tutorials of how to use Zoom or how to use Teams or how to use Google Hangouts or some guides. And then everybody paste the link you can find below each topic. And let's see how students can, how Padlet can have group collaboration. So in your real class, you can ask group 1, let's find documents, let's find materials about Zoom. Group 2, Teams, and group 3, Google Hangouts, for example, okay? But you want everyone to work at the same time. So if other teachers would recommend any other platform, please add more column here. So we will have 5 minutes for this activity. So excuse me, you don't need to type the words. You don't need to type. I want you to go online, to go to Google or YouTube to find material, available material, which is about one of these topics. And then, insert the link here, like this one. Yeah. So for other teachers, let's try Google Hangouts. Okay, because I didn't assign each group a topic from the beginning, so you may focus on Zoom and Teams too much. But Google Hangouts is also a good choice. Okay. So if your schools are using another platform, you can add more. So you can see here the name of the participants are anonymous. If you want to know the name or the email of participants, your students have to log in, have to sign in the email before joining this. But Padlet is a good choice for discussion if in sensitive case where you don't want participants to use their real name. So all of the ideas would be very, so we can avoid sensitive, situation. All right, so you can see that in 1 minute, in 5 minutes, we can collect students work on their own, but we can collect a lot of materials on using one of these. It's okay. This is good resources for online teaching. Okay, if you care about, let's go here to find some materials. If you care about Teams, go here. All right, let me tell you something about Padlet. So in order to use Padlet, you have to create a free account. However, I want to remind you that a free Padlet account can create 3 Padlets only. If you want to create more than 3, there are 2 choices. First one, you pay money to upgrade your account. Second, you can delete your previous account. Your previous Padlets. Let me show you. Here are my Padlets. Like if you finish this, you can delete it and then create more. Okay. So in order to create a Padlet, just simply go here. Oh, because this is the Padlet limit is. Excuse me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can use, here are some ideas for using Padlet. You can use it to collect your students' works. So, so it is stored, the materials are stored online. So the memory is a lot. Okay, you don't need to use USB or you don't need to use a hardware to store these materials, but you can ask students to paste the link here. Okay, and then you can have a look at that back later. You can use it as long as you want. Or you might use Padlet for group discussion. You can use it for portfolio. I think I'm going to show you how to create Padlet. I will go through about how to create and how to share and then how to edit your Padlet. Okay. So, so you may wonder, oh, you said that we only have chances to create 3 Padlet, but I see more than 3. That is, I use another account and then I create Padlets and then I share with other people and I change the privacy so that you can have a lot of Padlet at the same time. Okay, so let's delete this. And then I will so create a Padlet. This. Now let's look at this. You have a lot of modes, a lot of version to choose. If you, so it depends on how you want the information is organized, and then you can select. This is the map timeline. So like we can choose a wall. So by clicking on this template, you will see the title of your Padlet. VTA webinar, for example, and then you can provide some instruction. Okay. All right. If you want to use an icon, you can hit here. If you don't, you can ignore it. Okay, so this is the address. I will explain a tip for this later. So you can change the background, solid colors, gradient. Okay, we can have a lot of pictures and text. Amazing. And then remember to turn this on, everyone. Comments. Some teachers may wonder, oh, my students cannot post anything on my Padlet. So because you didn't turn this on, so you turn on comments, your students can post now. You can even allow them to post reaction like or heart or vote, stars, great, okay? Like in a debate discussion, you can vote likes or don't like. And that is all for, you know, creating a Padlet. So we have this. Right, now it's time to share. So you can change the privacy. In this one, your Padlet is private, but visitors can write. Okay, you want to change to make it public, or you can put a password for your very confidential password. And then you can share, copy link to share, get QR, or you can embed Padlet to Nearport, or this is how. So you want to embed Padlet to Sway or Nearport, you click on the embed code here and then copy, and then go to Nearport or Sway to embed it. Okay. You can share on Google Classroom, share on Facebook, or you can convert to images or PDF or CSV file like Excel, or you can even print it out. Okay, I will go through one tip for using Padlet. So you can make your Padlet unique by changing the setting. So this is go to your account. Okay, go to setting. You can see that you can name. You can make your Padlet. So name, like you say, Hiên Hồ. Okay, and then yeah, a teacher. So update. So I've used this one already. Hiên Hồ IUH, for example. So it is updated, green one. So after doing this, your Padlet is private. It is when participants have the link, they can see your name on the link. Okay, let me. So the last step is to share your Padlet. So click share here and then copy link. You can click here and then copy to Word. Okay, because the internet connections of Padlet is updating my new name. All right. So I will go through. We have gone through Padlet. You may have some questions about Padlet, and I will try to answer them later. But I just want to go through the one more content. So instead of using Padlet for group or the whole class collaboration, I would recommend you to use two other tools. That is Office Online of Microsoft. So you can send students a PowerPoint slide, you can share them the link, and then everyone will create one slide. And after 5 minutes, you have 30 slides for 30 students. Okay, you can create an Excel sheet and you can create a Word online, and then you can send the link. Students, everyone type, and then they write the contents, or Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides are a good choice for you for collaboration too. All right, the last content in my part today would be an activity for brainstorming again. All right, and then for polls. All right, sometimes you may need a tool to vote for the best group or for the best performance. You vote for like which platform you like most. Okay, you want a tool for spark discussion in groups, or to a tool to test knowledge with a quiz, or a tool to encourage students self-assessment, or a tool to hold a reflection session. So I would recommend you to think about Mentimeter. Okay, Mentimeter, I bet you will like it a lot. Because of its interactive features. Now let me switch to a Menti. So in the last part, I want you to take part in this Menti to give your own ideas of the common platform that we have, that you are using or you may use in the future. So everybody, let's go to menti.com and enter this code. So menti.com and then enter code 842725. There are 2 questions only because a free Menti account can create 3 slides only. Okay. So the first question is, what features of these platforms, I mean, Zoom, Teams, Google Hangouts, do you think you use most or you will use most in your online teaching? So you can even set the time, like I set the time for 2 minutes for this one, okay? 2 minutes for this activity. So you can see the time is flying. So you can ask them to, hey, hurry up quickly, time's flying. So students will get engaged. So in 2 minutes, we have a lot of ideas from a lot of different individuals. And you can see it looks nice, colorful, right? So here there are 38 participants. Okay, you can look at this and you can see how many students are joining your session. Okay. So the features you are using, I just want you to brainstorm the features of these platforms, like breakout rooms. Okay, breakout rooms. Share screen, yes. Okay, video call. File sharing, yeah. Audio file, engagement, hand raise. Okay, hand raise is a good feature. All right, let's go to the next one. What challenges do you think you might face when using these platform features in an online lesson? please submit your answer. So this is a kind of open-ended question where your students can you know, give answers for an open-ended question. It functions the same as the previous one, which is, you know, word cloud. However, in this type of question, you know, the answers are organized in different way. Okay. So we can see here. In your class, you can use this, like ask students to brainstorm to give answer, and then you can, if you want to zoom an answer in, and you click. Okay. Internet connection, yeah. Unstable internet connection. Experience. I bet this is experience. Yeah. So so I suppose we have to experience a lot of tools, and then we can choose the one you like most. All right, let's go to the last question. Which of the following platforms do you think is the best for your online lessons? Select one. You can see. Okay, so this is a kind of questions for voting or for polling when you want to vote for the best. Okay, so after your students' performance or group works or presentations, you can ask everyone to vote for the best. So you can see that there are 35 participants, and 26 of them are using or will use Zoom, and 9 of them are using Teams or will use Teams. Facebook and Google Hangouts are the list of the list. Okay, thank you so much for your responses. And now I will go through very fast of how Menti works. Just go to mentimeter.com and you will sign up for a free account. Okay, again, free account with some limitation. However, it works well for teachers. All right, so you can create as many presentations as you want. Okay, there is no limitation of the number of presentations you want to create. There is the limitation of the number of the slides for each presentation only. Okay, so click on new presentation, the name, like training on Zoom, and then create presentation. Let's look at how it works. So it takes some seconds to go. All right, let's have a look at this part. In this part, you can see your current slides, okay? This part is what you see on your student's screen. And this one, I just want you to have a look at this, the types of questions. If you want multiple choice questions, click here. Okay, and then add question, add the options. You can add as many options as you want. You want to export, you want to display the result in bar charts, donut, pie, or dots like me. Okay. You can customize, like you can show image, you can close voting. If you don't want the audience to see the voting result, you can hide result, okay? Or you can hide instruction bar. All right, and add new slide. You can add another type, okay? The scales, ranking, okay? Image choice is quite similar to multiple choice. And Q&A, question and answer. a lot of options here. All right, if you want to change the themes, you want to make it unique, you can go here to choose a theme. All right, and everything is automatically saved, so you don't need to hit save, right? And finally, you can share. You can share the link. You can copy link. You can get the QR code. Okay, you can result sharing. You can export data. And when you want to start the Menti, just press present. Okay, so that's all for Menti. Just a few steps, you can have an amazing activity for online classes where you cannot, sometimes in face-to-face classes, it's not easy for us to gather every student at the same time. However, Menti can do that. So these tools can help you do that. So apart from Menti, you can have two more choices, like poll everywhere. If you want a tool to make a poll, you don't like Menti, you can go to poll everywhere, or you can use Slido. Slido is also an awesome tool for Q&A and voting. All right, that's all for my part. And if you have any questions, I'm willing to discuss with you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your sharing, Ms. Hiền Ho. And I see that there is one question here. How can I save the answers that I collect from my students by using Mentimeter?
Yeah.
Ms. Hiền, can you see the question in the chat box? How can I save the answers that I collect from my students by using Mentimeters?
I see, and I hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
So like this, I don't really understand what you mean by collect. You want to collect online or you want to export data?
I guess she means exporting the data, downloading, export.
Yes. So here you can see the Menti and then select one. You can go here to export data, export results. You see it? Okay, hit export and then an Excel file will be created here. And then you can, I'm afraid okay, this one. So if you want an Excel file, you have to upgrade your account. But if you want a PDF file, you can download here. Okay, or even you can screenshot. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, Miss Hiền, excuse me, Miss Hiền, we have another question here. How many presentations can we make if we have a free account?
Yeah, as I told you some minutes ago, there is no limitation of how many presentations you can create on Menti. However, there is the limitation of 3 slides for each free presentation. So you can see in my account, I've created maybe 20 or 30 presentations here, and it still works. Yeah.
Thank you. And Ms. Hiền, there's another question for you. Is there any tools that can help teacher collect to check attendance list? They want to check their attendance list. So is there any tool?
Yeah. Okay, so actually this part will be shared in the next webinar in how to manage your online classroom, but I can do it for you for just 2 minutes. I can share with you for just 2 minutes. And then when you come to the second
webinar, you will see that you will have more practice on this. Can you see my screen now? So my suggestion would be using forms, Microsoft Forms or Google Forms is okay. Let's have a look at this. Okay. So when you want to check attendance, like here me, I check my I check attendance. This one. So when you can create a name, student code, and then you share this link to students. Okay, when they share the link, then you can export data in an Excel file so that you can have the list of the participants of the lesson today. So within some clicks, you have everything you need for an online class management. Okay, you don't need this. You can hide. Okay. So is it what you need, teacher? So Microsoft Forms or Google Forms? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Hiền, for your sharing. Is there any question for Miss Hiền? Please raise your voice, or you can send me the question in the chat box. Yeah, Miss Hiền, we have another question.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what she means is there any limitation for the number of words that we can use in Mentimeter.com?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. So when you see that this is an online and this is an interactive activity, so what we need is quick responses from participants. So the tip is try to make your questions as short as you can so that participants can understand your questions clearly so you can get reliable data. So in Mentimeter, you can, I don't remember the exact number of words limited, maybe 100 or 150 words. However, that is enough for you to make a question. However, my advice is try to make your questions as short and clear as possible.
Miss Hiền, we have one more question here. If the students use their phones to access Zoom, how can they access to Mentimeters? And they have to turn off Zoom or not?
Okay, so we are in a Zoom meeting, right? And you can see that a lot of students, a lot of teachers here can also access Mentimeter and Gimlet. So the interesting thing is we are still available in the online meeting when we are linked to another tool like this. The meeting is also on, it is not stopped. Okay, so don't worry about that. That is also one of my wonders at the very beginning.
Yeah, we have another question here, Miss Hiền. If my students do not have an Office 365 account, can they fill in the forms I made in Office Forms?
Definitely yes. Okay, so do you want me to show an example? So when you click, let me show you how. So it depends on the privacy you set for the link. If you make it public, it means that everyone with the link can write or can respond. So they don't need any Gmail or Microsoft account to access. Let me find out. All right. It seems not. This one. Just 1 minute. Okay. So when you share the link here, so what I am doing on Microsoft account is totally the same as in Google Forms, right? So when you click share here, so there are some options. Anyone with the link can respond so that, yeah, they can fill in. However, if you choose only people in my organization can respond, it means that only people with Microsoft accounts can respond, okay? So for public, you can use this. And then a copy link, QR code, embed or email. So in the second webinar, you are going to learn some more tools to manage your online classroom. And in the third webinar, you will be shared some amazing tools for online class assessment and evaluation. So those two webinars will be on next week. Any more questions? So I think teachers get to know these tools very well now.
Yeah, Miss Hiền, we have one more very interesting question. Could I ask you, are there any tools that you've mentioned available with offline version?
Oh, interesting. Actually, we are in online class, right? So everything must be online. So if you need something offline, you mean you have to download it, download the version. Even with Zoom, we cannot learn, we cannot organize an online class without internet connection. With Nearport, okay? So this interactive means everyone must respond at the same time, and we need internet connection as compulsory factor.
Yeah, and Miss Hiền, we have one more question. How can teachers sort out the names of students in form in Google Form?
Oh yeah. Sort out. So you want Google Form or you want me to do in Microsoft Form? So everything will be the same, okay? I often use Microsoft, so I will use one of my available forms to answer your question. Like this, you will see how many responses are there, and then you click here. And then you can open in Excel. Right. So let me switch screen to Excel. So here you can export. You can export, and you will see this. Okay. Name, you can delete whatever column you need. All right. And then so, there is one more tip for you to in this. I forgot, because when I was experiencing, I encountered this problem, and then I think I need to share with you. So if you have a look at this Excel file, okay, so it is hard for you to sort them to sort them in the A to Z list. Okay, it is impossible. I don't mean it's impossible. I mean, maybe someone may know the skill to do that, but for us, I have an easy way to do that. Okay, so in order to help you sort out the name list in the alphabet order, when you design, you need to consider this one. Okay. So form. So I think you can create two questions instead of one. So the first one will be surname and the second one will be first name. Okay. So, and then after that, you can sort based on the first name. So every other information will follow that sort. Are you happy with the answer, teacher?
Yes, thank you very much, Miss Hiền. And we have one more question related to Microsoft Form. Is it necessary for teachers to have a Microsoft account if they want to use Microsoft Form?
Excuse me?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it necessary for teachers to have a Microsoft account if they want to use Microsoft Form?
Let me try. Okay, just go to office.com and then create a free account with Gmail. Okay. So let me go here a little bit. So Microsoft here, so just go to office.com. Right, and then see here, and then you can sign in. You can sign in with your Gmail too. Then you can convert to it's amazing. Or you can ask for this for Microsoft account for free easily, so that you can use a lot of application in this amazing system. Okay. Miss Ha, can you hear me?
How can I?
I think everyone is very clear now. We cannot hear you, Miss Ha.
Yeah. All right, can you hear me now, Miss Hiền?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So once again, I would like to say a big thanks to you and Miss Ngọc today for your sharing today. And I think that all of all the participants of our webinar today can receive a lot of useful information about how to apply some technology tools, some tools to make your teaching and learning more interactive. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for your sharing. And you have some question for us too about how to receive materials, how to receive the slide of speakers, how to watch the video again. So please, wait me 1 minute. Please send me your email. Yeah, please send me your email. Send us an email to this email gilling114@gmail.com, and we'll send you all the material related to our webinar today, and we'll send you the e-certificate if you want. Okay, and that as there's some question about when the next webinar happen. Our next webinar will. Yeah, I will give you more information about our webinar. In this webinar today, you will know how to, some tools that you can use to make your class more interactive. And in the next webinar, you will, you will get more information about how to manage your class online. And our next webinar is on
Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Yeah, next Tuesday. Yeah, I'm so sorry. On next Tuesday. Okay, and you know that. Yeah, okay, I will send you the email address again. Here. You can send us the email to gilling114 gmail.com, and we'll send you all the material related to this webinar today, and we'll send you more information about our next webinar, and you can update more information on VietTESOL page on Facebook. Okay, and the last part of our webinar today, it is a lucky draw. We have some gifts, some special gifts for lucky participants today. So, Miss Dương Thùy Linh, you there? Miss Dương Thùy Linh, you there? Can you share with me your screen?
Yes, of course. So can speakers join this lucky draw?
Yeah, Dương Thùy Linh, can you add the name of two speakers to our lucky draw?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Miss Hiền Hồ and Miss Ngọc Nguyễn.
Chị Linh ơi, cho tên em vào với nữa.
Please register for the next time, and we'll got your name.
Huyền ạ.
Alright, so congratulations to Mr. Lê Tấn Khanh. Is it true? Mr. Lê Tấn Khanh, is it right? Is it your name? Mr. Khanh, are you there? If you are there, please say yes or send me a message in the chat box. Mr. Lê Tấn Khanh, you there? Mr. Khanh, you there? Okay, thank you. So keep going on, please, Miss Dương.
Đây là cho đây. Vợ bác.
Yes, I'm here.
Mr. Khanh, you
Yes,
there?
I'm here. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Khanh, congratulations. And Mr. Khanh, can you send me your email in the chat box?
Yeah, I will
Thank you very much, and
type in the chat box.
Thank you. And Miss Châu Ngọc Minh Thư, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Thư. Congratulations. And yeah, could you please send me your email in the chat box?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Keep going on, please, Miss Linh. Thanh Thảo, you there? Congratulations. Miss Nguyễn Thanh Thảo, you there?
Im con.
Miss Nguyễn Thanh Thảo, you there? Miss Nguyễn Thanh Thảo, you there? All right, thank you. So maybe we skip this name and we move on to the next spin. Miss Phan Thị Bích Ngọc, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky today. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you. And please send me your email in the chat box, Miss Ngọc.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Miss Ngọc. Yeah, congratulations to Miss Phạm Thị Hà. You there? Miss Phạm Thị Hà, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You there, Miss Hà?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, and congratulations, Miss Hà. Can you send me your email in the chat box, please?
Yes, okay.
Thank you. And Linh, yeah, okay, maybe the last spin for the last lucky person today. And Miss Nguyễn Thị Thanh Thúy, you there? Miss Thúy, are you still there? Yeah, okay, so please, yeah, let me see in the chat box. Yeah, okay, so please skip this name and we move on to the next round, the next spin. Okay, congratulations to Miss Võ Tân Duyên, you there? Miss Duyên, are you there? You still there? Miss Duyên? Miss Duyên, are you there? Yes. Mr. Duyên or Miss Duyên, I'm so sorry. Yeah, okay, so Linh, please skip this name and we move on to the next spin. Mr. Lê Văn Văn, you there? Mr. Văn? Mr. Văn? Mr. Văn, you there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So please skip this name and we move on to the next round, the next spin. Mr. Thái Hoàng Mỹ Lộc or Miss Thái Hoàng Mỹ Lộc, you there? Miss Thái Hoàng Mỹ Lộc, are you there?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, okay, congratulations. Miss, yeah, Miss Lộc. Okay, Miss Lộc, can you send me your email in the chat box, please?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So we have 5 luckiest participants in our webinar today. Okay, and once again, I would like to say a big thank you to all of you, to all participants, and to your interest in our webinar today. And I do hope that I will see you in the next webinar on Tuesday, on the next Tuesday. And Mr. Lộc, sorry.
Yeah, Miss, actually, Miss.
Yeah, Miss Lộc. Okay, thank you. I got your email. And in the next webinar, we would like to share with you about how to manage our online class. And I think that is very useful for your online teaching. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, goodbye. See you.
Goodbye.
See you. Goodbye. See ya.